55 forecast on Fox 55 News.
Staying hot through this evening and early tonight. The heat advisory will stay in place. I think that goes away at about 8 o'clock, but it is going to be a warm and very hot evening. If you are going to be heading on out, certainly going to want to take necessary precautions. Plenty of fluids. Kids have ball games or just heading out in general. Keep yourself cool any way you can. Now, we do have some change coming in. That change in the form of this cold front. And now we've got a little bit more of a risk of some stronger storms as we head on through maybe the nighttime hours tonight. So getting most of us into this, the strong or severe threat, this is a slight risk. So Whitley, even here in Allen County, we're kind of right on the border there of where some of those stronger storms are going to be. Now, obviously, it's not going to be exact. It's not like it cuts off right where the red goes to orange. So we're going to show you the future cast, give you an idea when these storms come in. Note through midnight, we're doing okay, but then here comes the front, and we could have this coming in toward the morning hours tomorrow, impacting the commute. So notice some of these isolated cells. Those will be the ones we'll have to look out for. Again, the guidance isn't going to place them exactly where they're going to be, but they could. And right through the heart of the commute tomorrow morning, plan on some time. A little bit of patience and caution as you see the storms by 9 o'clock heading toward Paulding and Bryan and even Van Wert. So they're exiting on off toward the east pretty quickly, but still some downpours, gusty winds, and maybe some hail. And then by tomorrow afternoon, we're actually in good shape. Look at temperatures only in the low 80s, so we're about 10 to 12 degrees down from where we are today. Certainly an improvement with this front hanging out down to the south of us. And then a disturbance riding over the region as we look ahead towards Saturday could bring a heavy rain threat and a flash flood threat also. Notice our feels like temperatures. The heat index tomorrow only near 90 degrees, so better than what? The low 100s today? Nice break coming, at least briefly, but in the longer range, we can show Sunday more batches of showers coming through in the morning hours, and then Sunday night we see a clearing sky, and then Monday maybe another system trying to come on through, but we'll trend a little bit more dry than wet and maybe a little bit warmer after tomorrow with our temperatures coming on in. Back into the 90s most likely as we look ahead toward next week. Now rainfall, most of us between an inch or two. Notice though to the west of us could see some heavier totals as those bands come through Saturday morning, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Before tonight, again, showers, thunder showers around 73 degrees. They may end late as we head toward morning, but for the most part looks like early tomorrow morning could be the key to where we see most of those storms. And those storms will still be around tomorrow, especially first part of the day, 85 degrees for the daytime high. Taking a look at the 7-day. Check this out. All right, so here's what we're doing. Tomorrow, near normal. Even Saturday, we squeak out another day where we're right around average for this time of year. And then as we get into Sunday, we start to warm up. Here come your 90s back briefly for Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday. Look at that bigger cool down coming later in the week. Look at that high temperature on Thursday. We're talking about only 79 degrees in the afternoon.